Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. I wanted to start by looking at what can we expect next week, now that we're getting towards the end of this trading week and towards the end of the weekly candle close. Quick reminder, today we've got our member live stream again, so if anybody is interested in finding out how prices are made on exchanges, how institutions are buying, accumulating without changing price, if they don't want to change price, that's a topic we cover today in the member live stream, 5 p.m. UTC. You can join as a member and you can get access to this one, as well as all previous live streams and tutorials. So next week is going to be interesting, more or less, because we've got inflation data. Yeah, we've got here on Wednesday CPI data. So I really hope that CPI inflation data is going to give it a little bit of volatility, that we can finally move out of the current range. I think we just need a bit of a catalyst maybe. There is not much else going on, not in the first half of the week. Obviously CPI inflation, we've got here the forecast on the left hand side, 3.1% forecast for CPI year over year. So it's clearly a reduction. That is the market expectation. And then month over month, 0.3%, core CPI 0.3%. So typically anything lower than that would be rather bullish. Not much else going on. There is some stuff here in Canada, UK, that doesn't really matter. PPI doesn't really move the needle a lot. Typically unemployment claims, maybe a little bit of volatility. That's, by the way, on Thursday. Yeah, and typically consumer sentiment doesn't really change much for crypto. Those are, I think, the main focus next week is on inflation, especially as Jerome Powell confirmed they are looking for another one or two interest rate. They're looking at one or two interest rate increases anyway. So depending on what the figures are here, they might, I don't know, make some changes or delay it a little bit. Who knows? We'll see. I mean, that's certainly, the lower the inflation rate, typically the more, let's call it, bullish for crypto. At least short term, yeah, it certainly has the potential to generate some volatility. So that's something to look at. And then looking at the Bitcoin chart, price hasn't moved at all since yesterday. So we continue to need some patience. So I'll make it quick here on Sunday for Bitcoin. Still have the situation that price turned in our trend reversal area on the 14th and 15th of June. Idea is that a larger degree wave 2 bottomed here, that we're now in this wave 3. Let's take a look at target, basically Fibonacci extensions for the yellow wave 3. The idea is we could really be in this third wave. And in this third wave, we have 5 waves as well. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. And from that point of view, we can calculate targets by taking the length of the yellow wave 1. We go to the low of the wave 2. And the 1.618 extension roughly points towards $40,200. That's the 1.618 extension, the minimum target for yellow wave 3. So let's just shift it back a little, but typically they can even extend that. Yeah, that would be more or less a minimum expectation. Looking at the sub-wave structure again, let's go to the 1 hour chart. Looking here at Bitcoin just moved sideways, obviously, throughout the entire week. Clearly respected our resistance area we looked at on Friday, that was. Yeah, we looked at the resistance here between 30,420 and 30,630. Price is listening and hovering below it, and that could indicate that another drop is coming, especially as long as price stays below 30,630. But honestly, this is really just the micro perspective. Not much changed, nothing changed really. The idea is that we could still be in this fourth wave, so that we completed a wave 1, a wave 2 here, which bottomed on the 18th of June, then a third wave, which topped on the 21st of June, that we could now still be in this fourth wave, developing either a running flat structure, in which the C wave ends above A, or an expanded flat, in which the C wave ends below A. This is the entire area it can use in this wave 4. possibly going down all the way to 28,550. I still assume it's a wave 4 as long as price stays stays above 28,550, and then could get one more high in a fifth wave before it gets that deeper setback in a wave 2. Could we already now be in the wave 2? Yes, we could, but I would only primarily look at this if we break below 28,550. Yeah, because this is the pivot point between wave 4 with one more high to come in wave 5, or we already have 5 waves in the alternative wave count here, and we are already in the wave 2. So these are the two options. Yeah, people ask, are we already in the wave 2? There is no way of saying. There have been a few discussions in the comments. Even, at the moment, until we break that 28,550 level, there's just no way of saying if we're in a wave 2 or not. If you purely look at the length, you could say it, but Elliott Wave is not a time-based system. It's purely price-based. And if you go just by the length of it, surely it could be that we're already in the wave 2, and maybe it's the wave 2 that we don't get much of a retracement, but that cannot be the primary expectation. It just can't be. But it doesn't change much for trading, to be honest. It doesn't make, if we're in a wave 4 or wave 2 already, it doesn't change much for trading from a strategy point of view. We are in a larger bullish range, okay, and the idea is still to go higher. Either up first, then down, then up, or basically, up directly is also possible. So as long as we're holding 26,190, that is the relevant support level. And therefore, I think it is reasonable to hold a core position, absolutely. Maybe doing a bit of grid trading here to increase that core position, making profits, increasing that core position, and then to have just more funds available either when the dip comes in wave 2 or to have increased the overall core position to participate in the third wave rally. There is not much more to add here at this stage. Breakout point, however, is of course the B wave high at 31,550. And then we just need a bit of patience. At the moment, it is still reasonable, I think, to expect here one more low because the rally of the Thursday lows was simply corrective. So one more low here in this C wave would be likely. And I'm watching either 29,080 or 28,550. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.